This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Littleton, Colorado. I am here at the Colorado Premier Staging. Since 2009, they've been providing the art of preparing a home to maximize its value and appeal for selling and living. I am here with Terry Clardy, who is the owner, designer. Thanks so much for joining us here today. Let's start off a little bit about yourself. Share with me a little bit how this got started for you. Has this always been a passion for you? Color, design, spaces? Fill me in.
Okay, yeah, this has always been a passion for me. I've loved doing this for myself and for others in my family. I actually retired from a project management job in the corporate world and wanted something fun to do, and I was watching HGTV like everybody does and kind of saw the opportunities in staging and decided I'd like to try it. So I stepped out, took some classes, and started the business.
And the rest is history, as they say. Let me ask you this, Terry, quite honestly, one of the biggest financial investments or transactions that any person really goes through in their life is when they sell their home, where they actually can possibly gain from. It's an exciting time, but yet at the same time, it's kind of overwhelming. Quite a few pieces they have to take care of, as well as getting the home ready. Really, what you provide for folks is kind of peace of mind, somebody in their corner to help them maximize and get the most value for their home.
That's right. Sometimes it can be really stressful for people to have to go through this. I mean, it can be a good thing or it can be a bad thing, but it still can be stressful. So we really help in that area.
One of the things that I see out there is, what you're able to do basically is create open spaces, basically create places that people feel comfortable walking into, and obviously that's going to affect how they feel in a certain space. Is that what your specialty is?
Yes, it is. We want to make sure that when the potential buyer comes in to a house that you have for sale, that they feel right at home and they can picture themselves living in that home.
The truth of the matter is, when we come in, we are shopping with more than just our pocketbook. We're shopping with emotion. Really what you're doing here is you're basically able to direct your eyes kind of into their heart. You're pulling their heartstrings so they feel like they're at home.
I do. And I love putting little funny things in the house that catch the potential buyers kind of by surprise, make them laugh, or kind of make them feel good about the property. And it makes the home stand out above the competition, too, by doing that.
I notice a lot of places, many times you walk in, it's got to feel open. You have to feel at home with it. The worst thing you want is something that looks cramped, something that looks cluttered. Do you sometimes walk through houses and realize, my gosh, this space would be so much more beautiful if things were just shifted a little bit?
Yeah, we do. We even go in and we sometimes give floor plans to help the seller to move the furniture around so it has a better flow, so it doesn't feel like it's smaller spaces. Some of the things you can do with furniture actually will make the room feel larger, and those are things that most people don't even know you can do.
I believe that. As I look at what you do, it really is an art, and but yet you've got the formula down to a science. Tell me how you're able to take focal points and really kind of direct a person's eyes and almost demand attention in certain areas.
Well, there's things that you look for. For example, the fireplace behind us is a major focal point. If you don't have things like that, we can use artwork as a focal point. You want something that when the person walks into the room, it brings their attention into the room and attracts their eye.
Well, when you're dealing with homes here, obviously you don't want them to look bland or boring. After all, these are buyers that are walking through tons of houses. It's very important, obviously, for you to provide something that is unforgettable so that at the end of the day, when they start sifting through, they're going to remember this home.
Right, and that's some of the things we do with what we call our little pockets of emotion, which are the little fun things that we put out that the buyer sees and it sticks in their head. And we do things with pops of color. We want to make it fairly neutral because we don't want it taste specific, but we want some interest too. So those are some of the things that we do.
So not only placement, not only design, but really color analysis of what colors make a person feel good in a home, yet at the same time you don't want to overdo a certain color because it might not be the color they want.
That's right. That's right. You want neutral colors, but you still want them warm, inviting colors.
What they say basically is don't judge a book by its cover. Yet when we're buying, that's exactly what we do. I mean, one of the first places people do is they drive by, and sometimes they don't even give a house a chance if they don't like what they see from the outside. How important is curb appeal when you're helping put things together?
Curb appeal is extremely important. About 90% of the people looking for homes today go online, so they're looking online. If your curb appeal isn't good, they're going to check that off the list. A lot of people still drive by the address when they pull up. If you've got weeds out there, overgrown trees, or you just blah, they check it off the list. So curb appeal is extremely important.
I know for myself, I've gone through the selling of a home back when I was younger. I've done it here more recently. There's a lot going on. Obviously, you have a realtor in your corner to take care of legalities, but just the idea of moving, the actual moving from here to there, this has to be something that really is overwhelming for a senior. Share with me how you're kind of a liaison and you have some services set up for them as well.
We do go into homes with seniors. We help them walk through the things that need to be done. Sometimes it's really hard for them to be selling their homes. So we try to be very mindful of what's going on. We will go in, we will help them by packing up items. We will help them to actually sort and go through, what are the things they can keep. If they're moving into an assisted living facility, their resources are limited, their space is limited. So we go through and we find out what's really important to that person so they can take that with them. And then we handle getting rid of the things that they no longer can use or don't need, whether that's identifying the things that go to family members or friends, or whether it's things that can be given away.
Given away, charity, or even in some cases thrown away. That's a hard process for them, and yet you're kind of the neutral base to help them through that. Yet it's not all just about selling what they need to get rid of, but what about when you're moving into a house and you need to buy new things? I mean, we're talking about buying maybe some furniture or even some accessories. Are you able to help folks there as well?
We love doing that. That's fun. We love going shopping for people. We love going with people or giving them ideas for stuff that they can put into their new home, the different colors that they can do, the color schemes, types of furniture. It's just fun. Art can make or break the look of a home, so helping with the art is really fun.
You have really a turnkey approach for people who want to take it. I mean, a white glove approach where you can go in and do a complete half day or full day, complete restaging, everything they need done. What about those folks who are maybe more on a budget and they just want your consultation? They want your professionalism to help them go through and do this as well. Is that something you provide?
It is. We do two types of consultations. We do what we call a walk and a talk, where we actually walk through the home with the seller. They take notes of everything that we tell them, and then we say, bye, give me a call when you're done. We'll come back and take a look at it. Or for seniors or really super busy people, we also will do a written report where we go through and itemize everything that we've talked about so that they actually have that check by check.
So they can check everything off. You even utilize technology if that's something they want as well. We're talking about a videotape consultation where they can go through and you're really just showing them what you would do and how you would do it and then follow up from there.
That's right. That's right.
That is an exciting way. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. First of all, on the website, take a look at the different services they offer out there for you as well. We're talking about complete residential restaging homes, you name it, be it a house that you're basically trying to get great value out of, or possibly you're a person who's an investor is basically selling a home as well. Check out the testimonials online. You're going to see people that have been quite pleasantly surprised that what you've been able to do with the space. I mean, it kind of reminds me of when I clean up my car, I make it all perfect and I want to sell it. I now realize I maybe want to keep it. What about people who are not selling their home, but they just want a fresh new look, a redesign of their space? Is that something you provide?
It is. We will go in, take a look at your home, decide the things that you are looking for. What don't you like about the space? Is it the way it feels? Do you entertain a lot? Do you need space for that? We can go in, we do the whole floor plan. We can do total update with accessories, with artwork, rugs, all of that kind of stuff. And we walk through all of the steps with that homeowner.
That is wonderful. Many times you have an investor out there that maybe has an empty house. A vacant home. I know there's a very small percentage of people who can really envision what a house looks like when they see it empty. Many times it can keep a house on the market 2 to 3 times longer than basically it would have without that. Our vacant homes, I have no furniture, what do I do then?
Give us a call. We come over. We will take a look at the property, see exactly which rooms really need to be staged, and that will depend upon odd spaces or cramped spaces or things that really large spaces. We'll give you a quote on what it's going to cost, and then we come in and we do it all. We bring in the furniture, we bring in the accessories, we bring in the artwork, everything, and when we're done, it looks like a model home.
That is wonderful. If you think back, Terry, you came from the corporate world. You basically found a passion you liked, and now you followed it. Now that you're doing this, has this been rewarding for you, being able to go in and really transform the spaces?
It is. I love it. One of the things is, my favorite thing is after I have gone in, taken a look at the property, decided what should happen, finishing it all, and then looking at the finished product. It's just really, really rewarding to see that. I love it.
Not only rewarding for her, but it's also rewarding for you. Not only just in knowing someone's in your corner has put your home together well, but it's also rewarding for you in your pocketbook because you're adding value to your home. I mean, I always remember my dad used to say, when you're going to sell your car, it's amazing how many people don't clean their car and shampoo it and add hundreds of dollars to your car. When you're talking about real estate, we're talking about thousands of dollars can be added in an offer, which is amazing. You want to make sure that your house stands out against the sea of other homes that people are basically looking at. This is a company that began back in 2009. That is Colorado Premier Staging, located right here in Littleton, Colorado, serving the Denver area. This is Gary Atensi with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.